All right, YouTube, we are here with
Michael Cooper.
All right, sir. Well, let's see this bad boy.
So,
well, actually,
I was playing Kuribohs today at 200th YCS, and actually not that bad. People are really not expecting it. Nobody really sees and knows what it does, so just a lot of reading. You really just got to sit there and wait for them to read the cards.
How'd you finish?
I finished X and 5. I made a few tweaks to my deck. I ended up it plays a card Demise Engine, but I took that out for Desires, and bad idea. I got Ash so many times today.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so you play 3 original Kuriboh, 3 wing, and then your bread and butter of the deck is Kuriboh.
So what's this thing do at the end of the battle phase? You can discard this card, turn one monster in the graveyard that was destroyed by battle and send it to this grade, turn spell summon it, and when your opponent's monster declares an attack, banish this card from your graveyard.
Turn spam Kuriboh. As soon as they declare attack while he's in grave, you banish, and then you just spam Kuriboh.
Wow.
And spamming 3 link Kuriboh on somebody is the most aggravating thing anyone's ever experienced. And then just for more Kuriboh names for Kuriboh, we play 3 Rainbow Kuriboh and 3 Relink Kuriboh. So Rainbow Kuriboh equips to opponent's monster and keeps it from attacking. And then while it's in grave, it summons itself to prevent me from dying from a direct attack. That's great because when he summons himself, what it does is they have to redeclare, and on that redeclare, you can chain Link Kuriboh in grave to summon, and then they have to redeclare again, and then Link Kuriboh makes it 0.
Oh.
It's a little weird combo you can do with just him and Link Kuriboh.
Huh.
And then Relink is a main draw engine for the deck based off Link Kuriboh. The tribute you use for Link Kuriboh is summon back from grave. You get a draw off this card, so you spam him with Kuriboh, and then you send him to grave to get a draw.
Okay.
And then I played 2 Valor. I liked Valor more than Ogre today. It kept my opponent from doing the degenerate stuff I really didn't want him to, and plus it's a level 1, so if I ever was dead on it, I can just go into Link Kuriboh. And then 2 Ash, that's just self-explanatory. I played 1 BLS. I was playing Altergeist player, and I evenly matched him and he thought he was going to bring it back, and then I just banished Light and Dark and he just scooped.
Oh, wow.
No one really likes to see BLS. You can just banish indiscriminately and then attack twice as well. So, I mean, it's still a great boss monster even to this day. That's for the monster. So to the side. Then you play 3 Flu Summoning Kuriboh. It's a free Kuriboh from deck. It's a free winged or normal Kuriboh from deck or hand. It's amazing. It's just a free spell, get a free monster. It sets up some of your link plays as well.
Okay.
So I swapped out, I was playing Desires, but I swapped them out for Demise. A lot of times you're not sitting on a lot of monsters because you just use them for your link plays. And you usually just want your Kuribohs in grave anyway. So if you just have a Kuriboh in hand, you can still Demise and then chuck to grave. It always is good for the deck, and it's a pretty good draw engine in general. Busted card, probably needs to leave the game. 2 Multiply. I thought this card was bad because you need original Kuriboh to use it, but I realized with Flute and with 1-for-1 and stuff like that, you actually see original Kuriboh on board more often, and this just summons 5 tokens. So, and it's not got the problem that Scapegoat has where you can't summon on your turn, so you just go 5 tokens, Firewall, whatever you want.
Okay.
Then, we got 2 Call Buys, because I hate hand traps, everyone does. 2 Scapegoat with the Multiply, so you're really summoning tokens in this deck. A lot of your link plays, and I've even link locked before with this deck, where it's all based off of your tokens.
Okay.
2 Instant Fusions. I play the Millennium Eyes, so again I can stop hand traps, and then I can just link it off for a link Kuriboh when it's supposed to go to grave. Play 1-1-for-1. 1 card destruction. Again, you just want your Kuribohs in grave and just spam out, so card destruction is amazing. Soul Charge, Degenerate. To put Kuriboh in grave, you just use Foolish, and then 1 Hornet Drones. Because a lot of times you're sitting on 1 Link Kuriboh on your opening play, so you can just use this to get another one. That's all for the main deck. On to the extra. We're playing 3 Link Kuriboh and 3 Link Spider. You go into tokens so often that you even need 3 Link Spiders sometimes just to go off into Borload and Firewalls and stuff. So Link Kuribohs are great because Kuriboh will still spam Link Kuriboh from grave, and the Link Kuriboh's 0 attack is not a once per turn, so you can just do it and just survive.
Oh wow.
the instant fusion target, and then 1 Lionheart. This makes Blue Eyes players cry. I just attack into like a Neo or a Chaos Max and then do double piercing to them and just win. I had a hard matchup with Blue Eyes because they'd actually outpaced me, but then this just, they can't get around it. And then basic Firewall, Warlord, Topologic. Decode, I actually love Decode in this deck too because Kuribohs are always wanting to be engrave. And Decode's tribute effect, if you just have a dead Kuriboh on board, you can just tribute to negate stuff. It's beautiful. His tribute's never a minus in this deck. Trigate. I play 1 Gaia Saber because, again, tokens, and he doesn't need effect monsters to be summoned. And his arrows actually help the deck out a lot. And then I played 1 Proxy, same reason. Doesn't need effect monsters to summon, it's linked to.
Okay.
A lot of times, you can really just sit on Warlord in this deck, but I've had to go into almost link locking or link locking people before. And just when people see Millennium Eyes, they just cry. They just cry every time.
All right, let's see your side deck here.
All right, side's a little janky, but that's only because the deck's janky. So I play 1 clear Kuriboh. It's the worst Kuriboh really, but the thing is it will stop effect damage and it does protect from grave. So if you attack me and he's in grave, I can banish him and top deck. If it's a monster, it goes to field and you have to attack it. Which is really neat because then if it goes to field and a lot of level 1s are in this deck, I can just then on the redeclare go link Kuriboh and then link Kuriboh effect and keeps me alive. Super Poly and Mud Dragon. I sided this in once and used it against an Altergeist player and he hated me. 1 Regeki, and then Isolde and 2 Reaper. I played an E-Hero player and he also cried because of this. 3 Iron Wall. I set 2 Iron Wall 1 game against that same E-Hero player and 1 called by. He Twin Twisters, the 1 Iron Wall, and then the called by, and I laughed. Because then I immediately just went into another Iron Wall. 2 Ghost Ogre. I liked Veiler more, but just in case I needed the Ghost Ogre, I'd swap him out or swap something out for the Ghost. And then Evenly Matched is what just totally destroyed the Altergeist player. If you're playing against Altergeist, this is just the way to go. A lot of times before I even go into my plays, I just immediately go and say enter battle, end battle, and just end their entire board. Because they just overcommit and set 4 and it just laugh. A big part of it too is that you usually don't have a big board in this deck anyway, unless you're just going for your game. So Evenly Matched is great to open up with. I don't play it in main anymore. I had 2 in main, 1 inside, but I don't play it in main anymore because I did the Demise instead. So,
any changes you want to make after this weekend?
I actually thought about testing an invoked Kuriboh because I thought ending on Macabre would be really nice too. You play plenty of light targets, and with Alistair, you just go Meltdown, Alistair, search Invocation, and then just go, you know.
Are you worried about potential dead draws in there?
Some dead draws can happen. A lot of times you fill your hand with monsters and then you can't really get anything off. But the Demise really helps that because if your hand's full of monsters, you try to do what you can and then Demise will just chuck them in grave where they want to be anyway. Okay. As long as you get Kuriboh in grave, you're usually pretty set in this deck because your opponent cannot kill you the turn that this is in grave. As soon as this is in grave, you're going to survive that turn no matter what happens.
Have you thought about playing recyclability for this, like DDR?
Yeah, I played some Burial. Burial is great because it would take it from remove and put it back in grave, but the problem was if I top decked it and I didn't need it, it was just garbage. So what would probably end up happening is I'd probably side out the Super Poly and Mud Dragon and maybe even the Clear Kuriboh for some Burial and maybe even Pot of Inquisitiveness because it's nice for that draw.
Okay. Did you think about playing the Kagari to just kind of make more spam ability?
I thought about it. I'm still kind of playing with that. Hornet Drones is basically the newest addition to the deck. I just wanted to see how it did. So from here I might end up swapping Lionheart for Kagari because I'm not seeing nearly as much Blue Eyes anymore. That was there mainly for Blue Eyes. So that'll probably turn into a Kagari just so I can get some more plays off.
Okay, any other final comments? Like, what made you want to play Kuriboh of all things?
I've been playing Kuriboh at my regional for, I don't even know, a year and a half, 2. And every time I go, my friends go with me, they play meta, I play this. I make them stay there because I'm the only one still in it. And they hate me for it. And it's only because this deck is a lot better than people give it credit for, and no one knows what it does.
Okay, so you just like making your opponents...
suffer, yeah. because it's a mix between stall and actual meta play, and I love it so much. I've not played a single deck with this deck that doesn't go at the same exact speed. I nerf every deck to 1 speed, and it's my speed.
All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, guys, remember, this guy will Kuriboh you. It's a terrible pun. All right, thank you very much, sir.
No problem.